So I've overkilled the point that any culture and any system that is allowed is evil. See my key reasons on the top martial arts playlist. I've overkilled the point that on the top martial arts and why. Hero says master. You have to transcend, be a transcendent hero. The accompanying moral code. I shouldn't have to read from Professor Obi's book with all the martial artists, masters that helped him out, quote unquote masters that helped him out, to show you that there's an accompanying moral code. It's an intangible heritage. It's the continuity. It's generational righteousness. It's building towards something in the appropriate manner. And that people that aren't Horus, son of Ra shape, cannot continue to build on something. They're basically just snakes, right? They're children who become snakes trying to cheat people like me and be in the spotlight and say, look at me like a yuppie, spending a lot of money on clothes and things like this, So this video is about moral grace versus eloquence. And moral qualifications, moral judgment. Okay, any female that doesn't have moral judgment is not capable of love. And that leads you to the divine order. You can't be moral and hurt good guys and give bad guys and conformists and rich nerds and all kinds of filth a chance, right? Yuppie, right? Dragon, right? G nerd. The core of Western culture, the core of colonialism is the nerd, okay? And G is the earth deity. So dragon's a play on words for G nerd. So you can't be in this kind of gender-neutral world energy, right? Because it's gender-neutral because it's not with the true spirit of God, which is the true spirit of being mad, of being a man. Other than that, you're just monkeys, and the men and the women are very similar in the monkey world. Other than that, you're just monkeys. Okay, what really defines a man, moral courage and moral precision, moral intelligence, moral toughness, right? If it's not there, you're not a man. Okay, you're just a boy who's grown. You're an adult male. You're not truly a man. Okay, so. At the end of this, I'm going to show you a picture of the martial art principles. My writing is a little sloppy. I'm going to show you a list of qualities that's incomplete. The martial art list principles are incomplete, but they give you an idea of all the principles that won't exist anymore in their true form due to people's cultural fanaticism, right? They fanatically cling on to their cultural norms instead of do what is responsible and morally correct. Like Stephen, the martyr in the Bible, the idea, at least like Peter, the idea he's crucified for the right thing. The good person comes to this world, gets crucified for the right thing and dies. Even Socrates, I don't believe Socrates was a good guy, but the idea of a philosopher who refuses to conform to the world and gets killed for it, right, for doing the right thing. This is what the good guy does. And it doesn't take a genius to come to this conclusion. The world is evil. If you're going to do the right thing, you're going to be screened out for it, right? Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, whether these guys are perfect or not, the idea is a recurring theme in human history. It's insane not to see it that way. There's no possible opposition view. They're just a bunch of crazy pussies who are fanatics, right? Social norm fanatics, cultural fanatics in terms of cultures that are allowed, functionalist fanatics, just nuts. Okay. So let's shoot through Mercury again. Because I'm going to help you understand this thing. Set is associated with the planet Mercury. Okay, Mercury is the deity of financial gain, commerce, messages, eloquence, travelers, right? Set is a deity of foreigners, okay? Boundaries, okay? He takes people between the land of the living and the dead, right? He basically is a deity that through merchandise and symbols and communication, right? Language, the English language, right? This is a language where words like honor mean more than one thing. There's true honor, and then there's honor in terms of reputation. Okay? He's a deity of trickery. He's a deity of eloquence. Remember, in the absence of moral grace, okay, they confuse you with eloquence. And Set is also a deity of confusion, sexual immorality, storms, chaos, the principles of evil. Okay, he's a deity of merchants, right? Merchandise. It makes it hard for me to communicate my true status in society. Think about a crown. A crown can be seen as merchandise. A $5,000 suit can be seen as merchandise, right? Mercenaries, right? Merc, to kill something, to murk the image, mercenary. Okay, the deity of merchants, of thieves. Through merchandise and miscommunication, okay, they cheat me out of my rightful place. Foundation, found, alpha, shun. No way that's a coincidence. Remember, he's also a deity of communication. Hidden in plain view. The occult means hidden. The hidden language, the syllables, the alphabet, the magic spell, vowel to L, and so on and so forth. Okay, in Old English, we get the word mearc, M-E-A-R-C. He's saying it's his ark. His covenant with Satan, the rainbow covenant, the Luciferian covenant, Iris, the rainbow messenger of the gods in Greco-Roman mythology. In Old Norse is where we get the deity. Norse is where we get the deity Hel. Okay, she's the name of a place, Hel, and the deity. Okay, so in Old Norse, it comes from the word mark, mark, the mark of the beast. Okay, mark in the Bible as translated by the wolves. Wolf backwards is flow, who maintain the flow, the energy, okay, the ethos, the ambiance, the atmosphere, the environment, the climate, the spiritual climate of the state. The spirit of the colonial people, the spirit of the American spirit, the cigarettes, okay, the different forms of spirit, the school spirit, and so on, the spirit of a town. Okay. So he's also associated with the ram, okay, and the tortoise, who's also associated with Set and Apep. Okay, thinking slow. In life, you have to think fast. The falcon is the fastest moving animal. It flies high. It has the bird's eye view. So it's got to kind of paint the bigger picture, figure out the bigger picture, think fast. Life is short. Think fast, pick up on it, super fast. Understand what you must do. So, moral grace versus eloquence. There is no such thing as moral eloquence, because eloquence is part of Mercury, which is part of Set, the principles of chaos, confusion, and evil. Eloquence confuses you about who you should look up to, who's the right person. If you look up to the princes of England, you're an idiot. If you look up to celebrities and go to MTV Cribs or whatever show it is and see these nice houses, and you look up to people because of their car, their house, that's an eloquent car. Eloquence, right? Prince Charming, it's for kids. They're fooling the kids. The princes in all the stories, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, they all display eloquence, which is evil. Like the prince's Baal, the deity of this world. Okay? You're an idiot if you don't see that I'm right. Eloquence is evil. Jesus didn't walk around in a fucking tuxedo because he knew eloquence is evil. He said it's hard for a rich man to go to heaven. He said, in their own Bible. Then Jesus said to his disciple, Matthew 19:23, truly I tell you, it is hard for someone who is rich to enter the kingdom of heaven. Again, I tell you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for someone who is rich to enter the kingdom of God. So why would you teach your kids to date rich people, to date yuppies, people who are well off, who embrace being well off and travel the world, right? He's also a deity of travelers, okay? Because they travel the world with their fucking money, and they go to hotels that display eloquence, right? Trickery, thieves, communication, merchants, travelers, Mercury. Set is associated with the planet Mercury. Enki, okay, in Sumerian mythology, is also a deity of mischief, of knowledge, of intelligence, right? And what's he doing? He's confusing you about what the right thing to do is and who you should look up to and who you should date. When we look at it, it's like, well, you see Martin Luther King, you see a lot of political dissidents suffering throughout history. You think nobody would be confused about it being wrong to date the conformists, the people that rolled with segregation and all this evil in the form that they had in it, and not date the hero. Right? You think nobody would have that confused. They would say, never again will we date the conformists who persecute people like Shukuharu, the top martial artist. Never again will we be complicit. Never again. Right? You had Nazi Germany, you had America, you have all kinds of points of references in history. Communist Russia, this, and all this evil people persecuting more decent people. Okay? But yet, here they are, 2019, sucking a Mercury Set Enki dick, acting like bitches, folks. Acting like bitches. So now, I'm going to, at the end of this video, if I remember correctly, I'm going to put a bunch of scriptures that prove my point. Put on the armor of God. You're dull. You don't understand. As opposed to being sharp, astute, keen, alert. Coming to your senses. Waking up, wake up, wake up. Martial arts, but the Spirit of God injected and conveyed through the divine order. That ends in this earth with me and continues in heaven after that. Okay. I'm going to prove to you that nobody is morally qualified to be a leader after I'm gone. Nobody's morally qualified to choose who to date, right? Everyone is just oblivious. They're like little kids, just hell-bent on doing the wrong thing. Okay. There's all kinds of scriptures that show them, right? Jesus came to bring a sword. The angels are depicted with spears and swords. Spirit, okay? He said the root and offspring of David, and David is a warrior king. He says, before Abraham, I am, right? John 1:1, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. And goes on to talk about how Jesus was there before. Okay. Anyway, so exercise a demon. The most demanding exercise is martial arts. Don't confuse that with CrossFit or water polo or swimming. This is over a long period of time. Okay? Got to think fast. Okay? The brain is truly exercising the demon quickly, right? Because the more you spread out the exercise, you may as well be walking 10 miles. You're just going to be tired and not truly exercise the demon. You have to squeeze that demon out, and martial arts is how you do it. Exercise. Okay? Exercise the demon. Okay. Versus the kind of bitch shit that priests do. They'll splash them with wire. They'll say chants. That's not exercising. They're fucking with their head. It's psychology, but it's not exercising the demon. All right. So there's the word harder. We'll revisit this word till the end of the video. Harder is a play on words for draw, raw. Scramble the letters, interchangeable vowels. Draw, raw. Okay. Also order. Okay. Remove the H. Replace the A with an O. Order. Draw raw through the divine order is a harder path in life. It is a harder way to do martial arts because you're not sucking a conformist dick. Gaia, remember, Gaia. Satan is the god of this world. It is the rainbow versus the Ebo. The E in this world, the non-alpha people, evil, effeminate, masculine, makes the hero want to leave. He doesn't want to be around a bunch of gays hitting on him. He wants to be around people that appreciate him and women that appreciate him. Okay, so it pushes them away. Same thing with the right wing. Okay, they accepted the control of the technological left. Okay, they're neocons controlling the right, like Trump. They accept the direction and the foundation of the liberals, which is Gaia, the gender-neutral energy. Gay-I-A. Remember, the dragon is the gay nerd. Moving on, and G nerd. Show and shoe. Okay, the Ebo, right? Rainbow. Who's in charge? Evil people being in charge and having everyone suck their dicks and fitting into their social norm and their trickle-down pedophile energy makes the hero want to leave. It's shoo. You're a good person. Shoo. Go up. So there. Where? In heaven. Okay? So basically you have the dragon. You have colonialism. You have Earth. Okay? The Earth. Mother Earth. Okay? Mother Earth used to be Anna. Okay, the An being the sky deity, A. She's basically an A receptive female, Mother Earth. Okay, and it became G, which is backwards is egg. It is the child of the gender neutral serpent. Okay, colonialism, dragon, Camp, the world serpent, Apep, the deity of chaos, the ancient serpent in the Bible, the dragon style martial arts, Bruce Lee the dragon, Jackie Chan means become the dragon, on and on and on. Dragon, evil scumbags, okay? So this is the stage. Man follows the woman because she's attractive. He veers toward the colonial philosophies that are allowed and cultures that are allowed, and he joins the dragon through this path. That is the path of everyone else. They're in a culture that's allowed by the offspring of colonialism, who are the rulers of this earth, in the spirit of veering from the divine martial art order. Okay? That's why the word is female. You have to give up being a man to seed. In order for you to plant your seed, you have to suck a cultural norm dick and have commonalities and be acceptable to females who are the more conformist social butterfly. Psyche is symbolized by the butterfly. She's put in a trance by Aphrodite. Psychology, psychiatry, the socially normative sex. Psyche also means mind and soul. Going back to Biafra, okay? Biafra, the Igbo and the small tribes next to them, the nation during the Nigerian Civil War, one of the biggest wars in African history. Biafra is a play on words for your fee. Obi. Obi is king, heart, hut, temple, the essence of a culture, the true spirit of source of a culture in terms of when God's spirit comes to earth. Okay. Obi is a play on words for Abba versus the Obai. Obai is the bisexual. And the wordplay you often have is the wordplays by them, by the worldly people, right? These reed and red are connected, okay? Red, the color of the principles of evil associated with Set, who's the deity of the deserts, and foreigners, right? Desert, right? It's void of life, okay? These are the walking dead, those who follow Set. And that goes back to the zombies and the vampires and all this stuff. These are metaphors for the walking dead and the angles they take to survive and make themselves feel important and so on and so forth. So survivor, serve-I-veer. So over time, they have basically made a more effective trickle-down LGBT energy. Pedos, thieves, mass murderers, drug pushers. Oh, for fuck's sake.